Hello all and welcome back to Finominal UK for another portfolio review. Going to be starting a new series today in regards to a personal portfolio series, so taking a look at my own personal portfolio and analysing that. And as I continue to learn and expand my sort of investment knowledge as well, I'm no doubt sure that this will change as I continue to learn more. But this is where we currently stand, so let me show you. I will initially show you the underlying holdings. So, personal portfolio, I've got an equal weight multi-factor portfolio with liquid alternatives as well as gold in there as well. So we've got 40% in MSCI World Quality Factor, as well as 40% in MSCI World Value Factor. And then for our diversifiers, we've got 10% in DBI Managed Futures, which is also going to give us momentum factor exposure as well. And then we've also got gold in there as well at 10%. Just a note, due to the shorter track record on the DBI Managed Futures fund, I am going to be using a proxy to have further history to analyse here, and I'm switching that out from 2014. 7th of October 2014 with AQR Managed Futures, but then from the 5th of September 2024 rebalanced again with the DBI Managed Futures funds. So just a note on that. So with that in mind, I'm going to take this over now to the Portfolio Analyzer, where to note on benchmark selection, I've selected a benchmark as SWDA 80%, so MSCI World, and 20% AGBP, which is iShares Core Global Aggregate Bonds. So let's get into it. In regards to fees for this portfolio, 0.32%, and total return over the last 5.5 years has been 154.78%. Though do note the proxy in that, I will note, and CAGR has been 11.6% with volatility at 10.4% and max drawdown at minus 20.88%. Sharp ratio 0.91, so quite pleased with that. And if we compare that to the benchmark saw cheaper fees at 0.18%, less total return 123.93%, less CAGR 9.9%, slightly higher volatility at 11.1%, higher max drawdown at minus 21.62%, and a lesser Sharp at 0.71. If we look here, we can see the performance benchmarking, so quite close, I will say, in regards to this, but this is MSCI World, 80%, and obviously we've got quality and value there as well. If we look at the R squared, so quite close tracking, I will say 0.9 in regards to the benchmark selected, so certainly to be noted. Okay, and then we can see the excess outperformance versus the benchmark, where in recent years has been outperformance versus the markets at 9.6% and 10.1% in 2025 and 2026 respectively. If we look to asset classes and markets now, so mainly in equities as we saw, but in regards to market cap, I've got 76% invested in large, 17% in mid, and the lesser allocation in small at 7%. In regards to country exposures, 60% in the US with 11% in Japan, 6% in the UK, and the residual amounts shown here as well. I'm going to go over to sectors now, where we can see I've got a sector bet in information tech at 29.3%, but that's mainly going to be attributed to my increased US exposure. And we've also got sort of relatively even amounts, I'd say, in industrials, healthcare, and financials as well. But main thing to note is information tech bias. And again, quite close in regards to the benchmark as well, as we can see the difference only being within sort of within a percentage point or so. So to note. Let's go over to risk analytics now, where I'm actually going to go over to holdings risk and return contribution, just so we can actually see the betas to equity factor exposures. So let's have a scroll over here. So let's look to the value factor ETF we're using. You can see we've got a positive beta to the value factor of 0.64, with the overall portfolio having a 0.08 beta to the value factor, which has been taken down by gold, I will note. You can see quite a positive beta to size, 0.46. If we look at our quality factor, we can see it's giving us a positive 0.66 beta to the quality factor, giving the portfolio an overall positive beta of 0.23 to the quality factor. If we look at momentum, we can see the DBI Managed Futures fund giving us a positive beta to momentum factor of 0.44. So it's I'm quite pleased. It's quite nice that we've got two equity factors there, equal weighted, and we've got positive exposure, positive betas to the value factor of 0.08, the size factor 0.46, momentum factor at 0.12, and quality at 0.23. There was slightly negative beta to low volatility factor, minus 0.15, but I would expect that. So yeah, that's to be noted on that. So quite positive factor betas there. If we look to drawdowns and scenario analysis, if we look down at the overall drawdowns, we can see as it's been quite close, I will say, to the benchmark I've created, though we did see enhanced drawdown protection from 2022 to 2023, mainly because we wasn't in bonds. So that's to be noted. And if we wanted to see replicated returns, if we want to see how this looked like potentially during the GFC, for example, this portfolio would have likely saw a max drawdown of minus 22%. So quite overall quite pleased with that, I would say. I'm going to look now to return prediction, just look at the capital market assumptions using that data from very well-known providers such as, scroll down here, BlackRock, BNY, JP Morgan, Invesco, Vanguard. With their capital market assumptions, we can then see the expected annualized return for the next 10 years for this portfolio based off of those CMAs. So on a pessimistic case, 6.44%, base case 6.87%, and optimistic case at 11.69%. And of course, do note this is not factual, so to say. This is purely spectacle based off of the calculations of the CMAs shown. So that's the analysis of my portfolio, the first in the personal portfolio series. If we did want to also download a fact sheet of this, just so we can get a sort of a nice clean summary of my portfolio, you can do so just by clicking the top here, download fact sheet, and in doing so, generated this. Just going to click generate, and then we can end having a look at the fact sheets for my portfolio. So let's have a look. And do also note this doesn't constitute any kind of advice or anything in that regard. This is merely just showing my personal portfolio as I can continue to learn and such. So overall, you can see the summary here, layout, key metrics as well, which we've already gone through, as well as performance over short, medium, and long term. You can see max drawdowns charts, break down my market cap, asset classes, markets, sectors, and countries. Also got our disclaimer there. And then also the performance holdings of the underlying funds of which I'm holding as well, which is to be noted. And then we can also see the exact holdings of the benchmark as well, of which I selected, which you can see here. Yeah, well, that brings me to the end of this personal portfolio series review. I do hope that was helpful and informative for those. And if you do have any feedback on my portfolio, any suggestions, I'm all ears, so to say. So please let me know. And also, if you have any funds or portfolios you'd like me to analyze next, please let me know in the comments. But other than that, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks all.